As the FIFA World Cup inspires more people to get out and play, many Oklahoma families are spending time at sports camps and practices this summer. To talk about how to prevent common sports injuries and stay healthy, we're joined now by Dr. Brian Coleman, a sports medicine physician with OU Health. So, doctor, with so many kids heading to sports summer camps, some of us adults getting inspired to be more active, what are the most common sports injuries that you're seeing right now?
Well, right now, a lot of it is overuse stuff. A lot of the kids that are playing with camps, they go to camp, but then they also play with their club team. So they end up playing in a camp during the week and then 5 or 6 games on the weekends. A lot of the basketball camps and things like that are doing that. So some of that with the adults it can vary just because it's gotten warmer, so everybody gets out and they get a lot more activity rather than kind of doing a stepwise approach to their fitness, and they try to jump up really fast and can kind of get a few more acute injuries, things like plantar fasciitis or Achilles, those type things.
Yeah, talk to us about ACL injuries. We hear a lot about that. What exactly is an ACL tear, and are there any warning signs before it happens?
You bet. And the ACL is a ligament that's in the middle of the knee. It's the anterior cruciate ligament. It essentially keeps our lower leg from shifting forward on our upper leg or our thigh bone. And it, when it tears, it's almost always an acute injury. Getting hit, planning, stopping, cutting, those type things. There's not a great way to prevent it, but you can do some things as far as lower leg strength training and things like that to keep your lower body in shape, and then just obviously hope you don't get hit. But it's most often it's an acute injury that may or may not be preventable.
You mentioned a lot of kids getting these overuse injuries. We've got them in multiple teams. Maybe they have multiple coaches. So how do we prevent that? Are there some early signs in our kids that we should tell them don't ignore?
Sure, there are some. One is kind of a chronic fatigue where they just seem to be overtraining and they're always tired. Most of the time, kids are the hyper energetic and hyperactive, kind of always going and doing and all that kind of stuff. And when it gets to where they're fatigued all the time, don't feel like they can get out and practice to their full capacity and kind of protect themselves while they're practicing. And then a little bit to the soreness level, if you will. One area that gets sore consistently, if you're a baseball pitcher and your elbow is always sore, even 3 to 4 days after you pitch, things like that. Knee issues, those type things that don't get better just kind of with an evening or a day or two of rest and just lightening the load a little bit.
When do we know it's time to see somebody like you? Maybe we hear play through the pain. That's not always a good thing. So how do you know if this is, hey, this is normal soreness because I'm getting stronger, maybe I'm getting faster, or is this an injury that needs medical attention?
Right. And one of those things is usually if it bothers people more than 3 to 4 days, if you rest for a day, it should feel much better the next day. And if things are a soreness, like just a muscle ache or a soreness, that should get better within 5 to 10 minutes of your warming up in the next practice session or things like that. A little extra stretching, a little extra warming up. If it's just muscle tightness, those things should get better. If it's an injury of some sort, those type things almost always will get worse as you increase your activity the next day, or you go back to practice and you try to stretch, you try to loosen up, you try to warm up, and nothing's had. It just tends to get worse and worse and worse. And that's when, would recommend that folks see somebody, get it looked at, try to tell if it's an injury or if it's a training issue of, like we mentioned, overtraining, or if it's just something that's really easy to take care of, or something that needs a little bit more in-depth look.
All right, Dr. Coleman, before we let you go, give us your best piece of advice for Oklahomans so we can all just keep doing the activities we love and staying healthy. What do you want us to know?
That's a really good question, but very broad. The one thing I would say, especially over the next 10 days, is be careful of the heat. Just with as hot as it is, just staying out in the middle of the day to do long practices or long sessions of training are probably not a good idea. But then the other thing I always tell people is you want to find the activity that you really love. If you enjoy running, jogging, cycling, those type things, and then find a like community that you can do those things with to keep you accountable to getting out the door and to doing those things each and every day and staying active.
We appreciate all of the good information. Thank you, Dr. Coleman.
You bet. Have a great day.
You too.